A beautiful mind like Russell Crowe. I tried to hustle snow. Now I sit in the front row. I had to grow. I've been to and fro. Put holes in Kama Sutra holes.
What up, though?
What up, though? What up, though? What up, though? Everybody, thank you for coming back again and again. Y'all thought we was out of here, but we wasn't. Just to give me my prop sports betting podcast slash family. I am Larry Williams, aka that last leg of your parlay that you put in for the Super Bowl, but I didn't cash. He is Jan Bond, aka Gin and Juice.
What up, though?
And this is the Give Me My Props Sports Band podcast slash family, where we talk about all things NFL and NBA sports betting related, as well as life, love, and other stuff. What up with you, Jan,
Hey,
baby?
what up, man? It seems like we've been gone a long time. It just seems like we've been gone a
It
long time.
really has only been 2 weeks, Jan. I mean, I feel like forever for me too, but you understand in real time, it's only been 2 calendar weeks.
Right. Yeah, it seems like about 2 months. But
It feel like the Super Bowl was 2 months ago.
it does seem like it. And was that last week or was that? Well, it was 2 weeks ago.
It
Yeah.
was, no, 2 weeks ago. Yeah, it was 2 weeks ago. Yeah. Like, come on, man. Knock it off, man. People listening to us. Like, there are people out here counting on betting information and like maybe even like some life advice and stuff from us. And here you go with your nonsense.
Yeah. The Super Bowl actually was a sleeper. I mean, it was like the Carolina, Denver. If anybody remember that one, not the Denver, the Seattle, the Seattle Denver. It was a blowout. The Raiders, Tampa Bay, some years back.
If you just looked at the numbers on it, Jan, like just imagine we took the team names off of there and just talked about one team being top five in rushing and top five in defense, and the other team being middle of the pack in both. I mean, the numbers told you everything you needed to know.
Yeah, yeah. Unfortunately, yeah, it did. The numbers told you everything. The Chiefs have been pretty much mediocre most of the season. They just have the best quarterback that's playing football, so he's gonna win you a lot of games, which they
He didn't win
did.
the MVP.
He didn't win MVP just because he don't have the numbers, and then it's fatigue. It's Jordan didn't win every year, but he was the best player every year. He just didn't.
Well, the guy who had the best numbers didn't win the MVP either.
Right, right. It's a quarterback award. They didn't turn this, and I'm about to rant too. I'm about to rant. I'm about to go on my rant. You just reminded
Feel
me.
free. Nah. Hey, man, you got to. Nah, here's your. If you don't have your soapbox, here it is.
You clearly said Philadelphia was number 2 in running. They was number 2 in running all season. Number 1 defense, and they gave the MVP to Jalen Hurts. This is not a hate Jalen Hurts. Jalen Hurts played well. He played really good in the Super Bowl. He played great against Washington. But he is not the reason why they won the Super Bowl. He is not the reason why they're here. They love giving these awards to the quarterback. In my opinion, and this is my opinion only, they should have found somebody on defense to get this to. You clearly saw the defense dominate the Chiefs. You clearly saw that. It wasn't like Jalen Hurts woke up when it was 24-0. Then he started going crazy. The game was already over. Give it to Sweat or give it to the what's the guy that ran the touchdown back, the corner. I just drew a blank. I hate when I draw blanks. The white guy, they calling him,
Yeah, the white guy. Yeah, the white guy. It was his birthday too.
Yeah, it was his birthday. I'm sorry, you're not the white guy. If you got a name, I'm sorry. Don't at me. But
add him, please.
They probably should have gave it to you or Sweat. Jalen Hurts did not deserve MVP, and they need to stop giving the quarterbacks. Saquon should have got MVP of the league. Somebody else should have got MVP of the Super Bowl. I'm tired of this. We got to give it to a quarterback. Philadelphia Eagles were 31st in the league in passing. This is what this game was won by the defense. The defense set them up. Jalen Hurts they set the pins up. Jalen Hurts just rolled the pin and knocked it down. He played good. Don't get me wrong. But this was clearly a defensive domination, and when that's the case,
He
get a MVP of the game to a defensive player.
he is a lot better than you give him credit for, Jan. He's all he does is win football games, bro.
He,
That's all he does, Jan.
yes, yeah, which is true, yeah. But he's still not like a high level quarterback. You don't need a high level quarterback, and this is a lot of times when my argument is you don't need a high level quarterback to win. This is the example. This is the Eli Manning. This is Joe Flacco, Brad Johnson, Jeff
Eli's Hall of
Hostetler.
Fame.
I don't think so. He might get in, but
He's getting in. What are you talking about, Mike? Eli's in there. Ain't he a part of this class?
Michael Strahan, Justin Tuck, OC, and I'm about to
What
butcher
they
your
call it,
name.
the NASCAR package.
The
Remember
NASCAR package. Great way to bring that up. The NASCAR package. That's the reason why they won, not Eli.
And for people who don't know what the hell we're talking about, the NASCAR package was when they used to bring all these speedy ass linemen in there, like Strahan and like Tuck and all of these guys. You know what I mean? Like
OC.
they had a bunch of mean ass defensive linemen that were really fast and strong.
Basically, all defensive end across the defensive line. No D tackles. They took out the D tackles, put in all D ends, and we missing one too. The one that had the firecracker, and I hate when I'm missing names. You know what I'm talking about? He was on the second.
Oh, where
team.
he blows his hand up, he's in there with the thing.
Yeah, he
won
the
club on this.
Yeah, he was on the second title with the Giants, and he won one with Tampa. And I'm going to have it. I hate.
No, I know I can't think it's not coming to me, but I mean, of course, it wouldn't be a Give Me My Props podcast if we weren't having a few adult beverages. So, cheers to all the people out here like who listening and who understand what we're doing here. Just Google my man from the Giants when they won the Super Bowl with the club on his hand. He blew his hand up into like a firecracker incident or some crap like that, blew his fingers off, and still was able to play. And we normally open up the show talking about other stuff. What about the halftime show? How'd you feel about that?
I was in the middle with it. I'm a Kendrick supporter, but I was in the middle. I thought it was okay. I did like Serena. Did you see Serena out there?
Well, I did see Serena. I haven't been as much of a fan of her aesthetics since she started getting all that work done to herself or whatever's going on with her. She's not as beautiful as she once was to me.
Yes.
And I mean that that's shallow and all of that. And for my women listeners, that doesn't mean she doesn't have as much value. It just means that she doesn't have as much visual beauty for me. And everybody who listening to the show, like all my friends and family and all the other listeners from around the country and around the world too. We got some international listeners. Y'all chime in, man. Hit us up. Give me my props. GIMMEMYPROPS. No spaces in between. Hit us on YouTube. Hit us on Facebook, Instagram. Tell us what you think, because I don't think Serena hitting on nothing that much no more, man. Her body's still great, but round about the face, Jan, she look ooh.
Yeah, I understand. She look like she's on the way to doing the Little Kim. Don't at me, Little Kim. It look like she's on the way.
Please add him, Lil Kim. We need the publicity.
And go back to the previous conversation. I hate going back, but Jason Pierre-Paul, it just came to me.
Oh, JPP.
JPP.
I hate. No. It'll happen. It happens to the best of us. We're all old now.
Yeah, but
you're gonna wake up at 3 a.m. like Jason Pierre-Paul.
Right.
Your wife's gonna look at you. Your lovely wife's gonna look at you like, what the f are you talking about?
Imagine JPP, OC, Justin Tuck, Michael Strahan on your defense. You know what I'm saying? That's just crazy. Okay, but we go. Yeah, but Serena, you are beautiful. Stop, Little Kim and yourself. Don't at me, Little Kim. But
I think it's too late. I don't know that she can turn back the hands of time. But they tried to make it seem like this. And I don't want to minimize it, right? But they try to make it seem like this Kendrick thing was so deep and there are so many messages in the thing. And I just didn't buy all that. I just didn't buy it.
I mean, Kendrick know his history. and the same thing I told you with Bodie James. Shout out to Bodie James. Um, they don't do.
Shout out Bodico.
They don't be doing stuff just any meeny money mo do it. They cryptic. They want to be cryptic because they know rappers be cryptic, so they know the history. So they do stuff like that on purpose. I kind of believe some of it. I know what you're saying. They could be thinking a little bit too deep, but Kendrick do stuff like that too. I think he does.
I mean, some of it was blatantly obvious, but I mean, you would look and they'll on the internet now. And you know how the internet is, bro. They have just, you know what I mean? It meant 700 different things now, and like he's finna like get us reparations and all of that. And I just don't buy into
Oh
all
yeah,
of
right,
that. And
right,
that's
right,
all it is.
right. Yeah. When it came to the Canadian guy, I think they was a lot of it was like might have been on point, but I get what you're saying. Like that,
You,
that might go to.
you want to get fired up a little bit, bro?
No, we good.
Atlanta
Oh, okay.
people say they came out with buffs. Atlanta people say they started wearing buffs before Detroit people. Where you at on that argument?
That's a lot. It's a lot of Detroit people in Atlanta. I'm gonna say that. It's not a. It's not a lot of. It's not a lot of Atlanta people in Detroit, but it is a lot of Detroit people in Atlanta. I know that for a
Detroit
fact.
people in Atlanta. You're right. That kind of ends the argument, doesn't it?
Look up Blade Icewood. His name is Blade Icewood, Detroit rapper 20 years ago. We've been wearing Cardis. Now the Buffs, I don't know the Buffs in particular. You know what I'm saying? I'm always gonna say us with Cardi because we've been wearing Cardis. We've been wearing Cardis when I was in my 20s. You know what I'm saying? So
So
Atlanta,
there was a couple of songs by one of my favorite artists, and I won't say his name, but he said, "If it ain't a manicure board, then switch your plane. If it ain't no if those ain't no Cartier frame, what he say? If it ain't no Cartier, then switch your frame. If it ain't no manicure board, then switch your plane." So this was '96. So does New York get the credit for that? For where Jay-Z says, hey, I'm wearing Cartiers.
we've been wearing
You know,
Cardis. We've been
he
wearing
said,
Cardis.
if it ain't no platinum Cartiers, then switch your frame. Imaginary playmate or imaginary players, and that was in '97, man.
Right. But the thing about us with rap, we was kind of late to the party with rap, so we didn't really have any real representation to say to pull that out. But we've been wearing Cardis like way like as far as I can remember, we've been wearing Cardis.
The first person I
Yeah.
ever heard talk about Cartier or Cartier or whatever y'all want to call it, yays is the in culture. You know, Jay-Z is the first person I ever heard talk about Cartier.
Well, on wax.
I've not heard anybody talk about Cartier before him.
That could be true. That could be true. Cause like I said, we didn't have like big rappers back then. So
But they was trying to set trends too, right? Like they went out
yeah,
there and they tried to set the platinum trend, and
yeah.
they set the iceberg trend, and you know what I mean. They set trends. So it- it- you know, for them guys to be doing that stuff, it don't really mean as much if that makes sense because they were the only people doing it.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's not like he
Right.
had New York wearing Cartiers. You
Right.
know,
Right.
him and his crew had Cartiers, essentially saying this is the top level of what we're doing here.
Right. Right. But I know one thing for a fact: Atlanta did not set the Cartier trend.
No,
Like I
no,
said,
Atlanta, knock it off.
like I said, it probably was somebody from Detroit in Atlanta that they might have thought was from Atlanta. It's too many people from Detroit in Atlanta. It's just way too many people from Detroit that's in Atlanta. You know what I'm saying? If that makes sense. You know,
No, I mean I get it. Like, yeah, they probably thought they came up with it, but it's somebody who
no.
probably came home and got some and then went back there.
Yeah.
And then everybody started wearing them. But I digress. I want to do some public relations. Shout out to Al. Shout out Al. Shout out Mark in Houston. Shout out the Philly boys. Shout out my little bro Mark. Um, who else I'm forgetting, Jan? Like really the real people who really like where we should take time out our show to talk about them.
Oh yeah.
Obviously
Oh
our
yeah.
loved ones and all that
Oh
stuff
yeah.
like that.
Shout
But
out to
like,
everybody. Shout out to the fans.
yeah, oh my God, man. The fans, y'all Y'all keep it thorough, and we're gonna make it easier to get in contact with us. It's not easy to get in contact with us right now unless you see Jan at the Eastern Market during the weekend. Do not say anything to his lovely wife, but him, you free to come up and just harass the hell out of him. You're free to do it, but at your own risk. This guy's not. He's not wrapped too tight. Um, uh, before we jump over to the NFL and these free agents and who needs to get paid and who's got the most money and all of that stuff, because that's basically what we want to get into, like who's gonna get paid, who got the most money, and there's not a lot of exciting names on this list. I gotta be honest with you. It's just I'm not excited about. I'm probably excited about five guys on this list.
Yeah, it's not a big huge list. I know number one is like T Higgins. Like what's going to happen with T Higgins? Now, me myself personally, I know Joe Burrow has came out and said I'll do whatever it takes to keep T Higgins. So when your quarterback says that, the team kind of gotta do a little bit. Me
They don't
personally,
have to do that.
they don't have to.
You have Jamar Chase. We don't have to do anything else.
Right, right, but they don't want to upset Joe Burrow either. So I think this is why they kind of doing it. As of right now, they lean into franchise and tagging T Higgins, which his tag is worth 26 right now, 26 million per season. And
Jeez.
but they're trying to work out a contract as well as we speak. So we
So franchise tagging for the people who not absolutely familiar with that stuff is when, excuse me, an NFL team will say, "Hey, you are a critical piece of the franchise, and we'll pay you the average of the top five people at your position. We'll pay you the average of that. We're not gonna pay you at the top end. We're not gonna pay you at the low end of the top five people, but we'll pay you in the middle."
Yeah, we pay you in the middle. Yep, and they could do it twice. They need, in my opinion, they need to get this out of the collective bargaining agreement, but they haven't yet been able to do this because this has been in the agreement for a while, and it doesn't help anybody. It helps the team. You know, it really doesn't help anybody. This is the only league that has this too. So I don't, but it is what it is. They might franchise tag them. They lean into that. They're not gonna let them walk for nothing. So we'll see what happens.
But before we get all the way over there, NBA standings right now. Cavs are number one in the East at 45 and 10. OKC at 44 and 10 in the West. Bringing up the 2 and 3 spots, Boston and New York with 40 and 37 wins respectively. And bringing up that second and third spot, Denver and Memphis. And none of this stuff really surprises me. I think these may be the best three teams on both sides.
Right. I think Cleveland and OKC are like fake MCs. I don't think they're talking about
So
anything.
if they are suck a duck MCs, can I put the Mavs, not the Mavs, but can I put the Bucks into Cleveland spot, and then I could put a healthy Mavericks team or the Lakers into OKC spot? Am I allowed to do that?
I mean, I guess you can. I think the Lakers not. I think the Lakers will be a top five NBA team in the next 2 years. I want to. I'm gonna go back. Even though Denver lost a lot, they lost a lot. Well, not really a lot. They lost
They're
KC.
number two. They're number two in the standing right now, bro.
They probably on like a 10 game winning streak or something. What it say? Because I've been kind of peeping. They've been winning.
Yeah, Denver is on a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 game winning streak, and they
Wow,
play the Lakers tonight.
wow. Yeah, Denver kind of then turned it on. This is it. This is like the home stretch. This is like the last 400 of your 800-meter run. I used to run track. This is it. This is like this is it. You know, so Denver might turn it on. I like Denver over there. Denver faltered last year,
Yep.
but they still got one of the top players in the NBA on their team. Top players win in the NBA. It's just flat out. It is what it is. If you look at the last 30 years, it pretty much be a top player every year that win a title for the most part. Other than like
And it may not be the best player, which I love the stud theory where the best player is going to typically win an NBA series, but um, definitely that happened in the last finals, like because I think you could just say Jalen Brown and what's the light skinned
Oh,
kid
Tatum,
name? I
Tatum,
like him.
Tatum
Yeah,
is
Tatum.
Tatum is good. Tatum is top. Probably I give him Tatum probably like number 6, uh,
Yeah. He,
5,
he
6.
he's a little outside the top. Yeah, he's a little outside the top five, but he's definitely in the top 10.
Yeah, Tatum's up there, and
But those guys were really good, and I think they were much better than anything that Dallas had to offer. And much better than anything that Dallas had to offer. As good as Luca is, he ain't finna play no defense.
nah, Luca plays zero defense, and that is the knock on Luca. But I think when you need to surround Luca with all defenders, just similar to Dirk in Dallas when they went and got Tyson Chandler, Deshaun Stevenson, Jason Terry, Jason Kidd. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, just give him a bunch of scrappy defenders, guys who can
Yeah,
knock down shots, rebound. Yeah,
yeah, do everything else but take over the
lot easier
game.
to do that when you got a big though. Lot easier to do that when you got a big, and
Yeah,
you building around that big. Put some shooters, put some defenders. Hard to do that when you got a guy that's pounding the rock. You know what I mean? He dribbling that bitch out 17 seconds out the shot clock.
yeah, and the Lakers will do that. I think the Lakers gonna get the Lakers got legacy. The Lakers got a lot of stuff going in their favor. I wouldn't be shocked if the Lakers win a title within the next 5 years. I'm just saying.
I wouldn't be shocked if Dallas won one either. Jokic averaging almost 30 points, 12 rebounds, 10 assists, and 2 steals, leading his team in all those prospective categories. Playing outstanding right now. If they were to pop up in the NBA Finals, it wouldn't surprise me one bit. He's
Yeah,
playing out of his mind right now. I did not expect the Pistons to be as good. And Mark, you didn't expect Houston to be as good, but I did. I'll just throw that in there. It had nothing to do with what we're talking about. But I didn't expect the Pistons to be this good. How good is Cade, man? First All-Star game. Are you excited about that?
yeah. I mean, they still got some ways to go, but definitely, when you draft a guy, you want to see him take steps, and definitely this is a big step for Cade, and he's definitely like I want to say like I was about to say the magic word, but magic Jalen Rose, like the big guard, you know what I'm saying? Like the big in between, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. He's a
Like,
tweener with point guard skills.
yeah, that's kind
Can
of
I
what I'm
just say
saying.
that?
Yeah.
He's
That's
a
that's the
tweener
word.
with point guard skills.
That's what I'm looking for. That's what I'm looking for. The big guard, with, with point guard skills, and that's what he kind of live off of. I'm gonna get my team involved, pass the ball around, walk it up, control the tempo, and getting like some veterans there that kind of set them up. In my opinion, it's been a real push to get veterans out of here in all leagues. You know,
Mm-hmm. Yep.
just get vets out. We need the young players, but vets teach young players the ropes. Make them comfortable, give them respect. Respect the coaches, respect the process. Veterans put that down so the rookies. So you always need vets. So they got 2 vets to come back. Some what's the name came back. And I just drew a blank. You know what I'm talking about. He came back to the Pistons.
Tobias Harris,
Tobias Harris came back. You got Tim Hardaway Jr.
Malik.
Malik. These are like vets that know how to get through an NBA season. So you need that to get sprinkled onto the younger players. Sprinkle me, man. You know what I'm saying?
I like that. I see
Yeah,
what you did there.
yeah. Sprinkle the game
Um,
on them. Sprinkle the game on them.
and couple of moves in the NBA. Jimmy got up out of there. I never thought I would see him in Golden State. They currently sitting in the 10th spot. Won 3 out of their last 4 or 3 out of their last 5, and I don't know that Golden State is that much better with Jimmy. I don't feel good about them. And historically, I liked them over the past few years.
Yeah, I got a rant. Well, let me say this rant real quick. Let me say this rant real quick.
Please,
Let me say
please,
this
you.
rant
Oh
real
yeah,
quick.
man, this your.
Jimmy is tripping. I would not have traded anybody for Jimmy.
Fuck no.
Jimmy was over there with Embiid and them. You know what I'm saying? Embiid, Harden, He went
Yeah, he kicked it. He kicked and screamed his way out of there.
he went to Minnesota, and they had Cat, Gobert, and what's the guard that that
Teague,
who which one?
Teague,
Oh yeah, Teague was over there. Yep, and then the other one was over there. The one from the
good.
Lakers they got drafted by the Lakers. You know what I'm talking about? To play for the Brooklyn. And you know what I'm talking about. He was there too. You know what I'm talking about. It'll come to you. Um,
Okay.
I would not have traded Andrew Wiggins for him. I just wouldn't have did it. Jimmy is a troublemaker. Of course, when he feel
And
like
Wiggins has essentially been no trouble.
right, no trouble at all. He's just like I just want to fit in, play my role, grab these rebounds, play this defense, put me on the best player. I'm gonna do what you know what I'm saying. That's what Wiggins been doing. Wiggins been a soldier. I would not have traded him for Jimmy Butler. Jimmy Butler has been a troublemaker, he can't start trouble here. This team is too. It's Steph Curry. I mean, it's on. You know what I'm saying. So you can't like really mess this team up. But I wouldn't have brought him in because it's like I don't know what Jimmy wants. I think Jimmy's confused. I think Jimmy thinks, and don't add me Jimmy Butler, but I think he thinks he's.
Definitely add him, Jimmy. We need the publicity.
I think he's a little bit better than he is. And Jimmy is scrappy when he ready to play, ready to go, ready when he ready to go to war. Jimmy your guy, but when he check out, he check out. And so it's just like I wouldn't have made this move.
Very trash move for a very in my opinion, selfish guy. Not saying that he shouldn't be or doesn't deserve to be selfish, but very trash, very bush league type of behavior by Jimmy. Um, I've liked the Warriors over the past few years, especially, I essentially follow Steph out of Davidson. So, but I don't want to get into that because people will say I bandwagon all this
No,
crap.
you didn't bandwagon.
But I mean, people who know me, people who know me know for real. Like, but for everybody else, they gonna call me bandwagon and all this other stuff. And I don't know that I'm a fan of Golden State, but I really like whatever Steph's got going on. That dude is. I definitely called him. I definitely called Steph.
Yeah.
Um, but let's get over to this NFL, man, because we don't got all day. People got stuff to do. They gotta go grocery shopping, cook for their families. People gotta take their lovely wives and husbands out on dates, and people gotta do stuff with their kids. So we can't be playing around. Um, the NFL season ended um almost how we thought it would. We thought that the top three teams, excuse me, on the NFC side were the Philadelphia Eagles, the Detroit Lions, and possibly in that third spot, you had Minnesota vying for that third spot, Washington vying for that third spot. Um, and that was pretty much it. I mean, the Rams and Tampa, they won some tough games, and they look scary at some points. But I think, with Philadelphia and Detroit playing so well, and Minnesota having a record to back it up as well, I think those were the top teams all year, and I don't think anything kind of went I didn't expect Washington to beat the hell out of the Lions in the playoffs, but it happened, and anything can happen in the playoff. On the other side of things, season ended. We thought the best teams all year were Buffalo, Baltimore, and Kansas City. Turned out that way. We got a Super Bowl. Kansas City played the Eagles, and the Eagles dog walked their ass. They dog walked them because Kansas City been skating by all year, man, all year.
Yeah.
And we touched that at the top of the show, so it's time to jump off. Um, right now, we need to talk about what's going to happen next year. We won't cover the draft in this one because we got a lot coming on the draft. But let's just talk about who's got money and who needs to get paid, right?
Yeah. That sounds good.
Who got money and who needs to get paid. So the
What?
top three teams with cap space. Is there something, Jen? I'm sorry.
Oh no, go ahead, go ahead. Go ahead.
Top three teams right now with cap space: the Patriots with 128 million, the Raiders with 99 million, and the Commanders with 82 million. They're dangerous. The Commanders are really, really dangerous,
Yeah.
man. Shout out to my man Howard, and my man Scotty, big time Commanders fan. They wore my ass out too when they and what I'm supposed to say pause after that, right? pause, right?
Oh
But
yeah,
they
yeah.
really they really beat me up, man, and punished me when the Lions lost to the Commanders in the playoffs. Um so they're sitting at the third spot with 82 million in cap space, but they were so good. I don't know what makes their team better. What makes their team better?
Yeah, I mean, when you look at the free agency list to go with who got the money, it's not really that crazy. So it's gonna be a lot of like under the radar signings. A lot of people might get overpaid. A lot of second tier players gonna get one tier money because people got money and they need positions and somebody going to get paid. But why? But Khalil Mack is out here free agency. I kind of like that. Khalil Mack, 1 season to the Commanders, put him on the line. Yeah, give me. I think Khalil Mack might be okay for a short contract, nothing long term, just maybe a 2 year deal. Um,
Do you like giving him one of the premier wide receivers on this list, Godwin or Stephon Diggs? Do you like giving Jalen? Well, no, not Jalen, but what's this kid's name? And he's good too.
oh, it is Jalen. I mean, it's, yeah,
What's
Jalen
his
Daniels.
name?
Jalen
Oh,
Daniels.
Jaden,
Oh,
Jaden,
Jaden.
Jaden Dan.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you sorry. Yeah,
Jaden
yeah,
Daniels.
yeah. It wasn't Jalen. It was
Hey, listen,
Jaden.
kid, we'll know your name by the third season. Keep doing what you're doing. We'll know your name, okay? Don't at me. You know what I'm saying? Approach Jan in the Eastern Market. Don't at me. Don't say shit to me, Jaden. All right, young man. And I know you're rich and everything, but just leave me alone. But do you think he needs a new toy? Because McLaurin went crazy this year. I'm not gonna lie, man. McLaurin looked crazy this year.
McLaurin looked went crazy. I might, I might sure up the defense. I mean, getting them another weapon might not hurt, but I don't know if it's Godwin because Godwin and McLaurin might be like a similar type. You know what I'm saying? You want the super deep threat to go with McLaurin, like the
So,
speedy, take the top off the defense guy.
who's that, Diggs? That ain't nobody on this
It's
list.
nobody really on the list. They might have to go
It was
find.
Hopkins 7 years ago.
Right,
It was
right,
it
yeah,
was Nuke 7 years ago, DeAndre
yeah,
Hopkins, but
yeah. It's not
that's
really nobody. And word on the street is Houston want Diggs back. I don't know if it's gonna happen, but that's kind of like a rumor going around.
I mean, if I was Houston, I would want Diggs back. He
Right.
looked good out there, and Houston was on a high trajectory until they started getting all the injuries. In DeMarco, we trust, right, Mark?
Yep. But
Anything else interesting out here? Because like the top three teams, now we can start going down the list. Some of the people that we really know, like we know somebody that really likes the Patriots, right? And their teams, y'all in the driver's seat. But who the hell want to play for the Patriots? What's available? How do
right,
y'all get better?
right. Um,
There's just not a way ahead for the Patriots. I'm sorry.
yeah, it's just not a yeah, yeah.
Not a way ahead. Y'all about 3 years away from being 3 years away.
Now I see something I do like. Um,
What's that?
Detroit need another pass rusher. Hassan Reddick to Detroit. I like that. I would sign Reddick if I was Detroit. What you think about that one?
I like Hassan Reddick to Detroit. I heard that they were making a play, and don't laugh me off the screen. But I heard they were making a play for Max Crosby.
Max Crosby is in the rumor mill, but I don't think that's realistic. He's under contract, so you got to make the trade. And then he's from Michigan, so that's why they keep tying it in. He went to Eastern Michigan, um, and he's from Michigan, so they keep trying to tie that in. But he's currently under contract, so they have to actually trade. And then the NFL don't give in like the NBA. The NBA seems, when people like I want out of here, it seemed to happen. In the NFL, really not so much. Does it
Yeah, they
happen?
get you out of here. They get you out the damn league.
Right.
Ask Le'Veon Bell how that works out.
Right. Yeah, the players haven't made that move yet. Like they haven't they haven't won that battle yet. They try, they talk all they mess, but at the end of the day, it hasn't really worked in their favor. So I don't know if who else who's in the Miles, not Miles, yeah, Miles Garrett. Miles Garrett been rumored to get me up out of here Cleveland, rumor saying Cleveland, like, we ain't trading you. I don't care what you say.
That's gotta
So
be tough, man. That's how me and my wife run our thing. You know, one of us get the effing up over here, Jan. We like, well, I ain't gonna leave you. I'm gonna just stay here so you'll be miserable. Yeah,
so
that's
you
how
better
we running the show over here,
right.
bro.
So you
I
better
ain't gonna
figure
lie
it
to
out. You better figure it out.
you. You need to do something about it. Okay. But out of the top 5 teams with money. Two of these teams are playoff teams, the Commanders and the Chargers. The Cardinals got the the fourth most money, and the Chargers are sitting at that fifth spot. And obviously, Patriots, Raiders, Commanders, Cardinals, Chargers. So that's the top three. Patriots with 128 million, Raiders with 99 million, Commanders with 82 million. That's dangerous, man. I'm sorry. I know it's not a lot out there, but damn, 82 million for the Commanders, as good as they were.
Right. They're definitely gonna be hunting. Definitely gonna be hunting down. Like I said, edge rusher is good for them. I don't know if it's a receiver that fit they qualifications.
And the Cardinals was a ways away, but the Chargers wasn't. The Chargers were not, man, and they're sitting at that fifth spot with 70 million, dude, in cap space for next year.
Right now, the Bengals not letting T Higgins get the free agency, but I thought that might be a good spot for T Higgins, the Chargers. But he's not going to be out there this year. But I anticipate this. I'm just anticipating my Miss Cleo, I'm about to predict the future.
I can
Prediction.
predict the future like Cleo the psychic.
Jamar Chase deal is about to get done. They got to
Yeah.
sign Trey Henderson, the defensive end for the Bengals. They got to sign him. I think at the end of the day, they're going to offer T Higgins something a little lower than he wants. He probably want top dollar, which T Higgins, go get your money.
They
Go
only
get your
got
money.
61 million in cap space, bro. And wasn't that eating up 40 of that?
He's eating up 40 of that, right? So T Higgins not going to want 20. If I wouldn't have made the trade for Jimmy Butler, Jimmy caused trouble in Philly with Embiid in them. Just imagine if Jimmy was on the up and up and he's still there with Embiid, and then you get Maxey. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's tough to beat. That's tough.
And then you went to Minnesota, caused trouble. Jimmy is a low key troublemaker. He's been low key.
I don't know how low key that is either.
Right, it's been out in the open. It's been out in the open. But I wouldn't trade Andrew Wiggins, who's been a stand up guy, somebody that kind of had to feel the shoes of like a LeBron. You know what I'm saying? Like you're our next savior, and didn't live up to that, but found a role with Golden State. Found their role and then made it work. I'll do whatever. Put me on LeBron. Put me on LeBron. Put me on the best player. I'm gonna do what I do. I'm gonna grab the rebounds. I'm gonna play my role. I'm not gonna complain. I wouldn't have.
I'm a hold LeBron. He averaged 30. I'm gonna hold him to 28. LeBron just had 40, bro. Like, this dude is ridiculous, man.
Right.
I promise you, LeBron is probably the best we ever seen, Jan, in the sense that, like, how you take care of your body and the longevity part of it, man. LeBron is crazy, man. He just had 40.
Now, I'm going to say this because it is a lot of LeBron versus Jordan things going on. LeBron is better at his age right now than Jordan was at his current, at the same age. But overall, LeBron cannot tie his Jordan shoe.
No, I don't think so.
Don't at me, LeBron. Don't at me, LeBron. But
definitely at him, LeBron. We definitely need that kind of publicity. Please curse him, LeBron.
But Jordan was a maniac. I mean, LeBron is one of the best players to ever play. So don't take LeBron. This is not a shot against you. You are one of the best players to ever play the NBA game.
Definitely a shot at LeBron.
But Jordan was another level. He was another level. And we ain't got to go down that rabbit hole of that conversation. But I wouldn't have made the trade. Bottom line, I wouldn't have made the trade for Jimmy Butler. I just wouldn't have did it. I don't know why they did it. I don't know why.
Yeah, I'm not really sure. I'm not really sure why they did it as well. I mean, I don't know. I don't know. And something tells me, that they just wanted to shake things up a bit because I just I don't know why the hell they made that trade. I gotta be honest. I have no idea why they made that trade.
I have no idea.
Uh, but let's get out of there. Let's get to the NFL. Enough of this stuff. I really wanted to talk about the Pistons, but I don't think we have a lot of time to be talking about the Pistons right now. I really like what Cade has done and what he's doing. And they brought the veterans over there a lot better than we thought they would. But that's just a nod to Detroit because we from there. And I knew Houston was going to be better than you thought they would be too, Mark. I don't know if I said that twice, but if I did, you deserve it. Um, so Houston is really good. That's another young team that I like. But let's get over here, man. Let's talk about these teams who got money to pay people, and let's talk about people who need to get paid. And one of the people who need to get paid, but I think he's going to get franchised, T. Higgins. T. Higgins. He's one of the top free agents coming into the in the off season now. What do you think is going to happen over there? Tell me more about that situation, Jan.
Joe Burrow came out and said, "I would do what I got to keep my team together." So he apparently wants to keep T. Higgins, and he willing to do whatever. Now I don't know what whatever means. I'm pretty sure Joe Burrow will take $5 million off his salary, but how much you gonna take, Joe? Is it gonna go down to 10, 15? I'm pretty sure at some point you be like, hold
Oh,
on.
his wife's gonna say something. He ain't got to say a word. Ain't he married? Ain't married, ain't he?
I don't know. I don't know who he is,
Hey
but
Google, is Joe Burrow married?
I don't think he is. I don't think Joe Burrow married.
They said Judge Joe Brown. They gotta show me Joe Brown. That's so
Oh,
terrible.
shout out to
His
Joe Brown.
wife fine too. Lord have mercy, boy.
I don't,
His wife, no, his wife is fine,
oh,
boy.
Joe Burrow married?
No,
Oh,
Judge Joe Brown.
oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, his wife, ooh, boy, she bad. It's over now because they divorced, but I don't know what happened. But ooh, don't Google her. Whatever you do, America, do not Google Judge Joe Brown's ex-wife. Don't Google her. Just do not Google her, America. Somebody else who looking to get paid. Very good player, Travarius Ward. Travarius Ward. He's looking to get paid. Is there a market for him, Jan? Outstanding cornerback.
Yeah, definitely, because corner is like a rare commodity in the NFL. It's not a lot of free agents, so this is going to be a year where a lot of lower names get a lot of money, and people are going to be like, "Wow, why he get that? He don't deserve that." But it is a league minimum. Like you got a spending minimum, if that makes sense. You got the NFL owners cannot hold on to money; they have to spend it. That's in the bargaining agreement. So this is the year that a lot of like B or C level people are going to get A and B money. If that makes sense, what I just said. This is probably going to be the year this happens. So don't get upset when Tavarius Ward be the highest cornerback that ever get paid
Of all
of
time.
all time. Just don't be upset about it. It just the money got to go to somebody. You know that's just how it kind of is. But it's definitely a market for Ward. Ward, he's a solid corner. He's a solid corner in the NFL. But he's
He-
probably a B level. Like I said, he's going to get A level money. He's probably going to get A level money.
Khalil Mack, like you said
Yeah.
earlier, we were offline talking about that. Khalil Mack needs to get paid, and I think he wants out. Where does Khalil Mack land?
Uh, a good spot for Khalil Mack. Based on who got money. I like Washington. Put them on the line. They lost Chase a couple seasons ago. Khalil Mack is a top defensive end slash outside linebacker, depending on your scheme. 3-4 outside linebacker, 4-3 defensive end. Um, but definitely Khalil Mack is the name. I'll probably bring him in on maybe like a 3-year deal. I don't know what Khalil is going to agree to. But I would bring him in like a 2-3 year deal. You know, I think yeah. Give me Khalil Mack. Yeah.
I like Khalil Mack. Asante Samuel Jr. Asante Samuel Jr. needs to get paid. Another cornerback sitting in that spot. What do you think?
Yeah, it's a market for him too. Like I said, it's not a lot of corners. So he's like a B level corner too. That's probably gonna get A money. But he has the pedigree. His daddy was very good in the NFL. So he has a good pedigree.
Daddy was crazy.
Yeah. And pedigree has been working in sports. I don't know if anybody been paying attention, but people
People
kids
kids is winning right
they
now.
be winning.
People kids undefeated right now, bro.
Yeah, people
I'm not
kids.
gonna lie.
Yeah. So Asante Samuel, I like the Lions. The Lions, go get Asante Samuel Jr. Go get him. I like that for the Lions.
All right. Top 5 teams with money, Jan. Patriots, Raiders, Commanders, Cardinals, Chargers. The Patriots sitting at 128 million, Raiders at 99 million, and Commanders at 82 million. If the Raiders draft Shadur, which it looks like they are, what do they need to shore up over there? Or is it even possible to shore that thing up over there? It is definitely a floating dumpster fire.
Yeah, it's not real possible right now. Because it's not. They need a lot, and it don't look like a lot they need is available. Because the people got to be available too at the same time. So they need a lot over there. So I don't think this is a 1 year project with them, even though they have the money. So
You know who's got plenty of money but is in trouble still?
oh,
One of our buddies, one of their teams, the Patriots.
Patriots.
Patriots, I don't care if you got 500 million. There's nobody to pay right now. You guys are too far away. You guys are 3 years away from being 3 years away.
and I and I
Right?
and I like that, but it is they're gonna sign somebody. Like I said, it's a minimum. You gotta get to the minimum. They're gonna pay somebody, and then they're gonna end up paying their own players if they can't find a free agent. So I don't know who the Patriots need a lot. So I don't know what's the best move for them. I don't even know what's the best move for them at this point. I had to really think about that. And I haven't. You put me on the spot with the Patriots, and they got so much work to do. I can't freestyle that one. I gotta
Yeah,
write that one down.
the Patriot need to put a block of C4 in the stadium, dude. It's over there. They even running the wrong quarterback right now. So I just don't. They fired the coach. It's just Patriots are a floating dumpster fire. They're not just a dumpster fire that the fire people can get to, but one that's floating down the river, they're still gonna have a hard time getting to that.
But you know what? I just forgot. They just got my guy
What?
back over there. They just got my guy. You know who back over there? Mike Vrabel is back over there.
Oh well, yeah, he like Vrabel, but and he's white, so he'll have a chance, right? They won't fire him after 1 thing. He'll have a chance. They'll give him at least 3 years, okay?
Yeah.
So, yeah, you know what? I forgot about Vrabel going over there. He built a great culture out here in Tennessee. People really loved him. But for the most part, I just don't see Mike Vrabel being like a hardball type of player that's gonna really be able to change the game over there. Is there a market for Aaron Rodgers right now?
I don't think so. Rumors are saying the Raiders. I have heard the Raiders. I'm like, that don't make any sense. And the Rams. That don't make any sense either. Rumors are they trying to renegotiate with Stafford. So I don't. If they don't come to an agreement, Stafford probably gonna be on the move. But Rams, what are you doing? Just let Stafford play till he feel like he don't want to play anymore. You're not gonna be good without Stafford. Just let it rest. They trying to get Cooper Cup out of there. It's not a market for Cooper Cup either. So stop it, Rams. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it.
Some of these young quarterbacks could use some help, especially the one out there in Denver and the one in Chicago. So some of these guys could use some additional help.
I don't think Aaron Rodgers
Uh,
want to be a backup. I don't think he wants to. So I think Aaron
well,
Rodgers.
I was referencing Cup. I was referencing
I'm
Cup.
sorry. Okay, my bad. I'm sorry.
Nah, but I mean, I gotta agree with you. I don't think Rodgers want to be a backup. He's a freaking glory hog, and frankly, I don't like him very much.
Yeah, he has had issues off the field with family issues. Um, I mean, Aaron Rodgers is kind of a mess. I like Aaron Rodgers, but I don't see a market for him. I think one or two teams might say something, but I don't think he's going to get like the Jets treatment that he got. I think it's over. I think you had it. They gave it to you. You screwed it up. So I think is it. They did exactly what you wanted to do, and it didn't work. So I think that was your one chance to say, this is my decision, my team. Do what I say. everybody did what you said. Everybody traded the people you wanted. Everybody brought the people. You know what I'm saying? They did all the moves you wanted
They
to
did
do,
everything he asked.
and it didn't work at all. It didn't even come close to working. So I think it's over. I think it's over for Aaron Rodgers. Do I think he still probably can play? I think he's still okay, but when somebody gave you the keys to everything and then you just lost all the keys, it's just we can't trust you anymore. So I think it's over for Aaron Rodgers. I don't think he's going to be allowed to be a starting quarterback in the NFL anymore. I don't think he is.
And I don't think he should be. Commander sitting in the start. I'm sorry, but Commander sitting in the third spot with the most money for this year, 82 million they have to spend. They're really dangerous. They were really, really good in the NFC Championship. Just blew out one of the best teams that we thought was going all year. In the Detroit Lions. Anything the Commanders do can sure up over there. What can they do?
I like the Khalil Mack. I think I said that earlier. I like Khalil Mack to Washington. A veteran that can come teach the young guys, sprinkle game on them. Sprinkle me, man. You know what I'm saying? I like that. Um, it's when you go through the free agency list, it's not a lot out there though. It's just this
A-
is this is not going to be a
and not a lot out there, yeah, but we got to get the people something so they don't think we gone.
yeah.
I think we need to kill it about right now. But is it anything you want to tell the people or that you think we missed? Because I think we kind of starting to run over the top of each other.
I think we might be. I think we might be too. I think that's about it. We get the free agency starts on March 10th, so we gonna have another show so we can get more deep into this. The combine starts. I think I think it's next week. The combine is next week. Let me see if I can Google that real quick. So we still
And
got.
Michigan had the top rated cornerback in the thing too.
Oh, okay.
I didn't know that. Top rated cornerback draft prospect. Michigan put players in the league, boy.
Oh yeah, Michigan is that deal. Yeah, a top school of like history, like NFL, NBA. Michigan is that deal, and I
Michigan's a really good program.
yeah, and I stay in Michigan.
And I used to. But anyway, we about to get up out of here, everybody. We didn't get no bets today. We not really locked into the NFL. I mean, excuse me, to the NBA that much. Hanging there with us. We following some trends right now. We don't want to give out any bad advice. So just stick by us. To all our people who love us, please give me my project. Please tell our
Oh
fans
yeah,
what to do.
oh yeah, give me my props.
We love you. We out.
Peace.